Hello everybody, welcome to your pick a card reading. We've got a weird view here, but I'm trying to be professional. So today we've got 3 groups. Every group is going to include love, career, and finance, and a spiritual message. So we are going from this side as number 1 all the way to this side. This is number 2, this is number 3. Please feel more than free to pause this video, take a second, meditate, and figure out which group would fit with you the best. And feel free to check the description for timestamps. Otherwise, I'm going to give you a quick message here before I get started on my groups. I'm going to put 5 seconds here, and otherwise you should meditate and pick your card elsewhere. All right. Hello, this is the front view. So I just wanted to throw out a general message really quickly. Today's reading is going to be general. However, these pick-a cards make it a lot easier for you to have a more personalized response versus a huge, general video. Anybody can watch it, may or may not resonate type of deal. We are looking into current energies on what you are currently going through. This should not include too much future until we ask about it specifically. So when I'm talking about everything at first, I like to check out what's currently going on and then the future, and I will specify which is which. Also, if you are interested in leaving any type of tips as an appreciation for this video, please feel free to check the description where you can find my tip links, CashApp, PayPal, all that stuff. You can also find me on Etsy for real, actual personalized readings, along with a 30-minute phone call. And let's see here. Oh yeah, last thing, I'm going to include all of this in at the end of each video as well, so if you already watched this, you don't have to rewatch it. But last thing is that, oh man, where did my mind go? Right. Last thing is that as long as you subscribe and share this video, please leave a comment of any type. I'm going to make sure that you're subscribed, but as long as you comment anything on this video, you will be entered into a raffle. As soon as I hit 30 subscribers, I'm going to do a raffle on the people who comment on this video only, and maybe if I create another one and put that in there as well. And you're going to win a free, completely free, no charge, no BS, nothing like that, 30-minute phone call reading from me. So let's get started. Hello there, group number 1. We are going to get to your reading now. So let's go ahead and start with your love life, group number 1. What is currently going on in group number 1's love life currently? Okay, so first thing that shows up, 3 of Pentacles in reverse. Right now, you could be having some issues with lessons. Having trouble learning your karmas, thinking that things are meant to be rather than, no, they're actually a lesson. Okay, now it looks like for a lot of you, there seems to be some sort of communication that has happened recently, or like is currently happening. I'm trying not to look into the future, so I'm trying to get what's going on currently. What I see is that some sort of communication brought up a lot of questions and somebody to leave. So the situation that it looks like to me is that you were probably forced into communication, or you yourself forced some sort of communication to happen, and a result of the communication was somebody leaving your love connection, whether that was a relationship, a family member, or even, somebody you were just interested in. Or maybe you were forced, the communication forced somebody to leave. So it looks like this was definitely part of like a lesson. So there was a lesson in this communication that you didn't pick up on. And so this type of situation is very likely to happen again. What else is going on in group number 1's love life currently? an ending. So this is a very specific message for some of you. It's very possible that somebody in this group has a fire or earth sign woman who has passed away. And this could be hitting you at home, maybe hurting you, and you're upset about it, obviously. And your message could have to do with, communication in the spiritual world, letting you know that communication is very possible, in my beliefs, through mediumship in the spiritual world. Otherwise, if that didn't make any sense, some of you have been going through a literal ending, which would definitely resonate with our card that represents leaving here. And because of that, it's going to detriment your health. There's a lot of fire earth sign energy in here for the feminine people watching this. Haven't picked up on the masculine just yet, but basically this is an ending. So whatever happened here, it's saying that time is over. Whatever happened, and that's about all that it should be at. I don't think you should try to revive this connection at all, especially because it's karmic, or at least the situation is. And reviving a set of karma is not going to be a good idea. What else is currently going on for group number 1 in love? Okay. It also looks like you guys could be feeling maybe good about yourself, or you're trying to find a partner who's attractive. However, you may not be considering the other things, because it looks like you could be picking up people who aren't necessarily loving you, but more so loving your looks. And also some people who have a careless attitude. So maybe it's some guy or girl, this is genderless, but somebody, a person who likes to act big and looks really good, but they suck at giving a crap about people. And you could be picking people like that. I don't know. Definitely, once again, fits in with the lesson thing. Having to learn how to prioritize certain things in a relationship or a connection. Any other current messages about what's going on in Group 1's love life currently? Last thing I see is the moon. This means that most of your connections that are coming in now and probably recently are spiritual. They're all spiritual connections. There's all a reason for every person that you've met along the way. I would say within 6 to 9 months from now and before now, or at least before now to now. But your connections are mostly spiritual. So you are a spiritual person of some ascent, whether it's super spiritual, does yoga every day and eats cheese and meditates, or it's a psychic, or you just like card readings. Who knows? You have some sort of spiritual knowledge, and now it is time for you to acknowledge that most of your connections, I'm going to say all of them, screw it, all of your connections are spiritual. They all have a reason, they all have a meaning. So because of this, you have to wake up and start recognizing your karmic lessons. I keep having to mention this because it's not going to end well until you do. So you need to start looking within yourself, seeing what is repeating in the relationship what is repeating in all of my relationships? What's repeating in my connections? What's repeating with the communication problems? What is repeating in my life? What have I done to solve it in the past? That hasn't worked. So it's time to grab a new way to solve your issues in your connections and your love. So basically finding new paths towards solving issues is where you need to go right now. So I'm going to look into the next future, the near future. I'm going to say within a month from now, and then also we're going to check what needs to be done. So let's do group number 1, from now and a month from now for their love life only. Okay, so not too much action. This might be a more slow time, actually. We are checking in from now and a month from now. So this is one of the middle spreads that I threw out. Hermit in reverse, and I think this is a 9 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, 9. I usually go by pictures, but both of these are in reverse. So what this represents is that you have a lot of solitude coming up for you. You have a time of being very alone, very lonely, solitude, and a lot of self-reflection. Lots of questions, lots of thinking, and it might be a problem. However, it's time for you to recognize this solitude as a good thing. The confusion can be solved. We just need to make sure that you're meditating and properly asking for help, especially from your spirit guides through meditation. You're going to have a lot of self-reflection and chances to change things for yourself. It also looks like a lot of you are going to have somebody that you love. However, you're going to feel alone in it. This can represent one-sided love. So what this could mean is that if you're already in a relationship, it could be that your partner isn't holding as much genuine love as you are. It could also mean that maybe you really like somebody and they may not be as fond of you yet. Or maybe the both of you love each other equally, but you're the only one doing all the work in the connection, whichever resonates. And our last message for our upcoming month is that you may be feeling bullied when it comes to magic. So magic can be spell work, prayer, manifestation, or even wishful thinking. All of these things cause our mind to go bananas. So basically, you may be feeling bullied by magic, or you may be actually abusing magic of some sort. Maybe you're bullying your spirits. If you do any of these magic things that I just mentioned, I would make sure that you give out the proper offerings for your spirits. Make sure that they are feeling appreciated as well. Be careful with love work, especially if you're in a relationship. You should never do love work on your partner or somebody who you're having sex with. And what else can you get from this? Yeah, don't overuse magic. Make sure that you allow yourself to have human experiences as well. And don't go buying a bunch of magic spells on Etsy because you want to find one person that works for you. So that's all I've got for love. Let's take a look into your career and finances. Group number 1, what is currently going on for their finances? Okay, so a lot of you are probably, there's a lot of overthinking that I get here, but also just like general confusion. Right now you're trying to figure out something. You're trying to decide something, I feel, because it looks like you're fighting alone. Again, you're doing things yourself. You don't feel like you have many people to rely on or a lot of people to give you the answers that you need. So right now, you could be needing to get answers from like people you know, or it's saying that's what you're attempting to do. In your finances, you may feel a lack of passion. You seem to be working alone, or maybe trying to work alone. There's something about loneliness when it comes to your finances. So maybe you're paying all the bills alone. Maybe you go to a job where there's like 3 other employees. Maybe you do housekeeping and you work alone because that's what housekeepers do most of the time. Or maybe you run your own self-business. Whatever it is, there's something that's lacking passion here. And especially with the fact that you don't know what to do about yourself, it's like, having to fight alone. So what else is currently going on for group number 1's finances? So in your finances, it looks like there is a problem with communication. Because of this communication problem, somebody might be leaving like a career out of carelessness, though. So the problem here is that some of you guys might be like getting fired or quit. This is current. So if you don't have any hunches about someone firing you, don't put that in your mind. It's not going to happen. It's like someone's like, I already know I'm going to get fired because I did this bad thing. Sorry, I had to sneeze. But yeah, then probably you are. Or maybe you're like, yep, I'm going to quit tomorrow. The problem is that there's a lack of communication here. Okay, so maybe there's something you're missing. Maybe the problem can just be fixed. And careless leaving, also represents this to me as well. So it shows me that something with communication is causing you to want to leave your surroundings. And it could be a bit careless. Now, what I mean by careless, let me get some clarification. How is it careless? Okay, so it kind of has to do with the communication. Learning lessons of, maybe your self-worth, and hearing about maybe like other ideas and asking other people questions could be causing it to where, you're like, yep, I'm going to give this all up and go work at Disneyland. Maybe it's something that you need to plan out before abruptly working with. So basically what I'm getting at here is that try to make things livable right now before leaving anything. But also in the back scenes, plan your dreams. Start working on them already. You just can't go full force into something that you haven't done before because, you need to work it up. That way, once you get there, you're successful, you're happy, no other problems. So I think this just needs a little bit more planning is what's going on here. So let me see what we've got for the near future for your finances. From now and a month from now for group number 1's finances. Oh, goodness. Okay. All right, so I've got some similar messages here. Okay, so most of you guys need to be careful with overthinking, okay? Ask one person for advice instead of 10. You need to be more considerate of your own energy as well. It also looks like you may have a hard time finding resolution in the investigations that you've looked towards. So you might be trying to find out an answer to something, right? And you may not get this answer just yet. But also over here, you're doing everything alone. You need a partner. You need somebody who can give you the right ideas and give you the right track to go towards. You're also overthinking. So meditation, grounding, all this is necessary in order to change this. In order to change this resolution to happening instead of not happening that I'm seeing right now, you're going to have to be able to control yourself a little bit. I also see that there may be something about an older female in your life, a water or air sign, or somebody who is emotional. What about them? What are they going to do for group 1? I guess just be careful with them. They may have some sort of influence on your finances because they seem to be very stubborn, and also they may have children, or maybe they just have this like sense of immaturity that is still in them. So an emotional person, most likely female, who is probably going to cause some issues for you if you're not ready for it. And the last thing I've got here is that you guys just need to have some patience. You're going to begin to be a bit more patient once you start working on yourself. You're going to feel upset though. There's something about the Empress here, which could be another woman. Again, like I just mentioned, another woman. Maybe this plays into it as well. Another woman who has children. Maybe this is fertility problems, and it could also represent yourself who has children. So you're going to have to be patient, but you have other priorities basically, and that is going to keep you feeling stuck. However, you need to make sure to keep that mindset that you're not stuck. You just have to plan things accordingly. I'm going to get 3 separate messages from Spirit and see what else we've got here. Spirit, please give me 3 separate messages of anything for group number 1. Group number 2. Sorry, group number 1, but message number 2. Okay, so our 3 separate messages for you guys is that number 1, there's a lot of air or water sign energy in this. So it could be that you guys are air or water signs, or you're influenced by one. The energy overall of this represents someone who's impulsive, outgoing, enjoys water, a little bit immature, maybe completely, but they're also very fun. And also this represents somebody being very stuck. So take a look at this card. Okay, so over here you see that his hand is tied, his foot is tied over here, but this foot is completely free and this hand is completely free, but he's holding a bird. This is my bird brain card. This person is focused on a bird while thinking that they are trapped. So instead of looking outside of the box, they're looking what's in front of them, right? And that's what's keeping them stuck. So if they would just let the bird go and untie themselves, they would get out of this situation. They would be able to run free. So what this is saying for you guys is that it's time to think outside of the box. Stop looking at directly what's in front of you. Maybe you need to be a bit more open-minded and free yourself. So no one else can help you as much as you can. Advice from other people is great. Experts are great, but you have to make those steps. You know, a magical guardian isn't going to fall into your hands by Wednesday, you know. So you just have to free yourself. And it could also mean literally that another air or water sign around you is helping you stay stuck like this. So if someone else is negatively influencing you, you need to separate from them or get out of their presence, kind of. You need to pick up your own again. Now, our second message is a very positive message after all of this crap that we just went through. Growth and rebirth. Right now, you are literally going through a reawakening, or you're about to within the next 3 months or less. Might even be weeks. You are going to be reawakening. You probably are already. So if this is the case, you're going to notice so much change and growth and even chaos. Everything around you is just going to be flying around, going crazy, and you're gonna want to like sleep and never wake up. Reawakenings are very stressful. However, remember that the end result is growth, raising your vibration, and a new path for yourself. So in the stressful times, remind yourself that growth is coming. I literally have the proof right here. No more than 3-4 months. I heard 4 for the growth specifically. So I think you're going to start to notice things very soon that are going to actually make sense to you. Now, last message, it's very short and simple. You need to get help with your communication. This could mean that maybe there's something you need to do in regards to communication, or it could also represent that literally you suck at talking to people and you need to get help with that because there might be something important that's like keeping you stuck with your communication. So I'm going to end this here for you guys, group number 1. I really hope you guys enjoyed everything. I hope it all made sense and resonated for you. I included in the beginning of the video that there is a raffle that I'm going to start creating. As soon as we hit 30 subscribers, I'm going to hit random people in the comments and pick one person for a free 30-minute video or a free 30-minute phone call reading personally with me. No BS, no signing, nothing, no payments, nothing. You just give me your phone number and we're going to talk on the phone, for 30 minutes about readings. Also, I have tips areas if you want to leave a tip for appreciation in the description. And you can also find me on Etsy. So if you are interested in any of that stuff, please check the description. And make sure that if you're interested in the raffle, to share this video and comment. And make sure that you are subscribed. Because if you're not subscribed, your comment will be invalid. The sharing thing is very helpful as well. So I'll let you guys go on your way. Again, I hope everything resonated, and I'll see you later. Bye, Group 1. Hello there, Group number 2. Today we're going to check into your current and future love life, and we're also going to check into your current and future finances, and 3 specific messages from Spirit that you may need to hear, or whatever Spirit wants to tell you. So let's get started. We're going to start with your love life. What is currently going on in Group number 2's love life? Sorry. Okay, so looks like most of you are going through a rough time right now in your love life. When I say love life, please keep in mind throughout the whole video that this could be family or relationships or connections, love interest, just love in general. So it looks like you're going through a rough time. You're feeling very hurt. You're feeling very deeply upset. And there's also a lot of chaotic changes going on around you. All of this stuff that's going on is causing you to gather a lot of questions, and you're starting to overthink things. Some of the issue comes from dominance and a lack of investigation. So there could be something going on where you didn't investigate somebody who was authoritative or dominant, somebody who was dominant in your life. Or is dominant in your life. And there might be something you're overlooking, not looking into. It could also mean that you need to take more control of things. And yeah, I think there's just mostly like a message that you're missing. You're also doing everything alone. So, So yeah, there's a lot of this like chaos that's just going on around you because you're not investigating the right things in your life. You might need to look a bit deeper into certain things before making final decisions. You might need to take more charge of your life. And you also need to be careful of dominance. Be careful of other people taking too much control of you. And again, you're doing a lot of this stuff alone for yourself. So you don't have much help. And this could be a big problem as well. Some of you could be getting bullied by an older person, somebody who is perceived as more mature, or who is literally of older age than you. They could be acting mean or abrupt towards you, calling you names, arguments. Lastly, it looks like we've got a lot of fire or earth sign energy for those of you who are in a relationship or in a connection that's involving all this. There's a reason that you're going through this. So you feel very stuck, very stumped over this connection. And there's a reason for it. When I get the Queen of Pentacles in reverse, it means that there's a meaning to it. What is the meaning? So the meaning to it represents that there could be an air or water sign around you who has different ideas that could be maybe hurting you or filling your head. Could be someone from the past. It could be, maybe a past lover or something like that. It could also represent that somebody around you is using way too many emotions and it's impacting you. So maybe your partner is way too emotional and it's messing with you. Maybe you're way too emotional, it's messing with the connection. There is a reason that all this is going on. It's not just that there's, random occurrences happening. So I'm getting this like daisy feeling, like I keep on wanting to just zone out. You guys are probably feeling really upset. But yeah, there's reasons to everything happening. There's a lot of emotions in play. There's a lot of hurt, feeling stuck, trapped, lots of chaos, messed up energy. So let's go ahead and just separate away from what's currently going on and let's see what's coming, just to see if we can give you any advice. what is coming within the next month from now and a month from now for group number 2 in love? Okay, so it's still a bit of a hazy feeling. However, it looks a lot better. So the first thing is that you may be feeling stuck until you learn your lesson. So you're going to be maybe confused, feeling trapped or stuck or whatnot, and you may be even feeling confused about the fact that you're learning a lesson. So there's a lesson that you've got to learn here. And I think you're in the process of it already, which is why things are so chaotic. So upcoming, you're going to be in the place where you actually learn this lesson. Next off, we've got stay patient because there's justice coming. So if you're in a literal legal situation with a partner or something like that, it's going to end up in your favor. If not, what this represents is that being patient will bring you the correct and positive karma. So positive karma is coming your way, but you have to be patient. If you try to rush things and act impulsively, it's not going to end up well. You have justice on your side, you have favors coming towards you, but you have to be patient with the process. You have to live your life. The last thing I get here is that you may question things a lot. However, you're finally going to be able to leave a situation where you're dealing with somebody who's very negative, negatively dominant, maybe a narcissist, someone who's egoistic, too ego-driven, abusive, dominant, too authoritative, someone who is just not a good person in general. Somehow this energy is going to be leaving you. You might literally be leaving it, but this is a great thing to see. This is probably where I get that hazy feeling from. Coming out of these hard situations are not easy. They don't feel good, but you know it's right. You're going to start to pick up those pieces little by little, because with that person in your life, you wouldn't be able to pick up the pieces. You'd just be throwing them around, blindfolded, checking poops at people like monkeys. And I think this is a great progress. So I understand what it's like to be in these situations. Also, I must say that if you need any type of help, please make sure you call resources. If you need to call National Suicide Hotline, if you need to call, one of those anonymous abuse sites, call 911 for these types of situations. If it's this bad, you need somebody. You need to get some help, and don't be ashamed of it. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to get your justice, and things are going to be okay. Do not let fear fill your head. I saw a lot of overthinking, not a lot of action, because you have to do everything yourself, so you don't have anyone else to recognize what is correct and what's wrong for you. So that's just if you are going through that type of situation. But when I see the Emperor in reverse, I never get a good feeling about it. So that's what we got for our love life. Let's see what's going on for you guys financial wise. Group number 2's finances currently. Okay, so I've got a few messages here. So what it looks like, you guys' health is okay. There's a lot of fire earth sign energy in this as well. You guys are very respectable, you're mature, and you're very individual when it comes to your finances. However, it looks like there is a goal that you're currently trying to complete that won't happen within a reasonable time frame because of the lack of help. So maybe you are trying to ask for help already, but maybe you're not asking the right resources. Maybe it's not meant to be in general, but it looks like there's just a need to branch out when it comes to where you're getting your help, who you're getting your help from, and it's going to help, literally. If you're trying to work on a health goal, it may not be achieved within the time frame that you're looking for, but it does not mean, any of this does not mean no completely. It just means delay. next message in your finances looks like somebody who is a fire or earth sign, most likely, could have been abusive or toxic to you in the past, causing you a financial decline. Could have put you in a headspace. Maybe for some of you, infertility has caused some issues to your finances. Or another woman who has children that's a fire or earth sign. And the last thing I see is that there's literally not a lot of movement. So there's a lot going on, but there's nothing kind of like changing and getting out of the space you're in. You might victimize a lot because you have to do everything alone, it feels like. However, all of this causes more conflict, more arguments. There's just arguments, there's conflict left and right. And because of all of this, you're not going to experience any change until you free yourself. So let's see what's coming for your finances. What do we have from now and a month from now for group number 2's finances? Okay, so I've got some negative and positive comments here, okay? For those of you who are being abused or in a toxic environment, you may have a lack of confession. You won't be willing to tell people what you're going through. You may not be willing to recognize what you're really going through. This is not okay. You need to speak up and you need to get help. Now, for those of you that doesn't resonate with, it could be the fact that you may feel like a victim because somebody may not be telling you the full truth about something. Next thing I've got is that you're having to be alone and like do things yourself is causing a greedy or jealous environment for yourself. So you may be attracting people who are greedy or jealous. It could also be that you're emanating that type of energy of greed or envy because, you know, you don't want to be doing this. You want to be doing something else, but you're not. So be careful with emanating that type of energy because it is very negative and it can be controlled, but I understand how hard it is. That's why we got to work on meditation. Meditation is going to help you, grounding as well. Go back down to the earth. That way you're not floating all the time and you can come up with reasonable circumstances. And the last message I've got here, this is more positive. Manifesting is going to cause literal physical change for you. This is proof that you can manifest what you want into your life. You need to manifest new things into your life, and you need to manifest the old to get the heck out of here because we don't want it anymore. So you need to work on manifestation and meditation and grounding, all three, because if you just manifest and do it blindly, it might not work the way you want it to. It might turn up negative. So start manifesting in a positive way, grounding yourself, doing some deep meditations, even just 5 minutes before bed. You know, who cares? Just meditate. That's going to start to really show you some help because it looks like we've got you starting this within now and the next month or so. So why not start early? Get a head start and really finally make some change for yourself because otherwise you're not going to experience change if you don't do it for yourself. Now, our last 3 messages from Spirit. Spirit, please give me 3 messages for group number 2. Message number 1 for group number 2. Message number 2 for group number 2. Message number 3 for group number 2. All right, so first message here is that you're putting a lot of energy into turning yourself crazy. So some of you may be literally turning your problems into drugs or alcohol. However, this usually is indicative of mental illness of some sort. Now, I'm not a doctor. However, if you have depression, usually you know about it. So there's something here that's affecting your day-to-day life mentally, and it's causing you to overthink. So instead of putting your energy towards the craziness, you need to put your energy towards fixing it. You need to put your energy towards helping yourself, freeing yourself, allowing yourself to feel better and live. You need to be able to live. Now, our second message, or actually, I just want to go on it real quick. If there are some of you who are having problems with drugs or alcohol, know that it is very possible to get out of it. I have my own experiences as well, and I have been sober for over a year now. I think it's been that long. I might be almost there. I think it might have been like September, October, but yeah, haven't touched anything, not even alcohol. It's completely possible, and it is a lot better. I know it may seem like it's hard without it, and like there's no reason to live without it or to function without it, but there's so many greater things. It's so much better to be able to be yourself and to discover all that there is in life without all that excess crap. So that's all I'm gonna say about that. I don't want to get too deep into it right now, since probably like one or two of you might be dealing with it, maybe not all of you. Now, our second message is that you are creating your own instability, and this is because of your emotions. You need to get help with your emotions. You have too much excess emotion here. You need to get some cleansings. You need to remove your blockages. I would probably get professional help as well, like a therapist or a counselor, something like that, someone who you can talk to and get professional advice and details from an outside perspective instead of just yourself, because it looks like you're always alone. Like most of the time, it looks like you're alone. So if you get some professional details and advice from somebody else, you'll be able to see a whole new world of like details. So your instability is being caused by you. It's time for you to get out of this. Now, our last message. You may be feeling something about an air or water sign, or specifically Capricorn, Leo, or Virgo, who is extremely stubborn. So even if the zodiacs don't resonate, there's somebody who's extremely stubborn around you that you're feeling something about them intuitively. But I think your intuition's incorrect. I don't think it's your intuition. I think it's all your emotional buildup and excess that's causing you to think this. So because of this, you're putting a lack of energy into something that's necessary. It could be that maybe this person is actually like a savior. As long as they're not like abusive or anything, maybe there's a new person coming in, or, you know, maybe you think that this stubbornness can change and it can't. You know, there's something about you needing to put less energy towards thinking something about this person, and that your intuition may not be correct right now, especially because of your lack of balance. So I'm going to end that here for you guys, group number 2. This was a pretty heavy reading, I'm not going to lie. I do want to say for you guys that I have a raffle going on. If you're interested in it, all that's required is that I get 30 subscribers, and as soon as I hit 30, I'm going to take people out of this video, or maybe the next one, who knows, but you just have to comment, subscribe, and share this video. If you do not subscribe but you do comment, I'm going to disregard your comment. Whoever is the winner is going to get a free 30-minute phone call from me for psychic reading, personal reading, completely free, no BS, no $50 surcharge, nothing. You just give me your phone number and I call you once we schedule a time. So there's that. And also, if you're interested in leaving a tip of any sort, you can check the description. And for those of you who are going through this rough time that I'm seeing here, please feel more than free to reach out. Even if you want to talk to me. I mean, I get busy, but as soon as I see a message, I'm going to respond. So again, if you need immediate assistance, please make sure you call 911. Make sure you call suicide hotline. Something going on that's very deep that I saw here. So I want to make sure you guys get the help that you need. Who knows? Maybe I'm exaggerating and you're fine. But yeah, just thought I put it out there just in case. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope everything resonated for you, and I hope you can get everything in order that you need to. I will see you guys next time, and thanks for watching. Bye, group 2. Hello there, everybody. This is for group number 3. We are going to get started with your full reading. We're going to check on your current and upcoming future for your love, finances, and also 3 selected messages from Spirit. So let's go ahead and get started. Group number 3, what is currently going on in your love life? Just so you know, love can be family, relationship, interests, whatever emanates love to you. What's currently going on in group number 3's love life? Okay, so group number 3, right now, you might be trying to make a decision. There's like a path you're trying to take. You're just not sure of which path it is right now. So right now you're working on a path and you might be trying to do something a bit different than you're normally used to. There is something that you are currently in the process of leaving when it comes to your love life out of care or concern. So it could be that maybe there's somebody that you really care about, but you know it's not good for you and you want them to feel better and yourself, so you're leaving. Maybe you're leaving someone or something behind for the purpose of love. There's something that shows an emanating energy of care and concern that's causing you to need to leave something else. Right now, you're definitely staying patient. However, you have made a decision. The decision you've made is... So change, I guess. I don't know if maybe some of you were trying to have a baby and your partner's infertile, so you decided to leave them and find someone else. Maybe you've left somebody for your children. Maybe you've made a decision for your children or because of children. There's something here that you didn't feel very good about making a decision. It was hard, but you did it, or you're in the process of it. And the decision you chose is change and manifestation. So your decision that you chose is something that you've manifested. This change is something you've wished for, that you've wished upon a star for, that you've asked for, you've changed. I'm hearing lavender. I don't know if that has anything to do with anything, but your decision was difficult, but it is for the best. And you're staying patient, so that's great. Currently you could be holding your walls up a bit much. Like you're very protected, your boundaries are high, and this is because you're feeling upset or hurt over a certain situation. So when you get upset or hurt, you maybe tend to close yourself off to the world. Last thing I'm going to go for here with your current love life is that you may have been requesting help from a fire or earth sign. And because of their nature, because of their personality, this goal that you have with this, whatever you're asking for help for, whatever goal it is, may not be completed within the time frame you're looking for. So let's see what's going on for now and a month from now for your love life. From now and a month from now for group number 3's love life. Okay, so a couple of these are a little similar. First message is that you're not looking into negative spiritual life. Okay, so you may be trying to disregard negativity completely. However, I will say that it looks like there is an important message that's in this spiritual energy here. So because we're on your love life, maybe you're not looking into the fact that somebody's not your twin flame, but they're your karmic partner. Maybe you think someone's a soulmate, but they're your twin flame. There's something here that you're not looking into, but it's filled with negativity, and I usually associate that with karmic partners. I don't know much about each type of connection, but there's something that you're allowing to stay in your life that is very negative, and you're looking past it. This is going to continue to happen until you look into it. Now, the second message for upcoming month is that you're going to pretty much feel a lot better about yourself once you choose this decision, okay? This decision seemed to be a bit different to you, different than you'd normally choose, and because of that, you're going to feel a lot better about yourself. However, you may need to manifest yourself out of a sticky situation. You may need to manifest yourself out of confusion in your path. Okay, so if you start to feel confused, meditate and say, get me out of this, and manifest it. Don't ponder on it. However, manifestations are coming, and whatever you've been manifesting in your love life is coming to fruition. Now, our last future message, for some of you, there could be pregnancy involved. That's if it resonates. If you're not trying, I would just be careful. Maybe there's a mother influence around you, somebody who is caring and nurturing, someone who has children, literally, that you may need to put your walls down for. If you're trying to get pregnant, you may need to start putting your walls down and trusting your spirit. Stop thinking so hard. You might need to put your walls down. Maybe you're being too defensive if you are pregnant, something like that. And also that whatever decision you've made has to do about a fire or earth sign most likely, and the decision is final. So remember that. Do not try to go back to it. Now, what's going on in group number 3's finances currently? So you may be having to make a decision about another fire or earth sign in your financial life. It could be affecting children or another person or another woman. There's a complete ending to something when it comes to your finances. What is this ending? There's an ending to something that felt very careless. Maybe there was a fire or earth sign who could have been a boss, an entrepreneur, somebody who had money, just someone who had money. It didn't have to be super special. A fire or earth sign most likely, though, or someone with a lot of that in their chart. There's an ending to this situation because of carelessness. So right now you could be aware of it, and maybe the actual ending's coming, or maybe you're working on the actual ending currently. It also looks like you may be feeling a bit of loss of direction because you're not communicating with someone else. They come off as an air or water sign, but it could just be somebody who is very emotional. Someone who's very emotionally immature. And when it comes to your finances, maybe there's somebody who literally could help you out of every problem you have, but you refuse to speak to them. Maybe the answer's right there and you're not looking at it. Right now, you could be experiencing blockages, just a lack of growth in general. You've been waiting for some sort of message, but you haven't received it. So because of that, you're giving yourself your own answers. So let's see what's coming. What will happen from now and a month from now for group number 3's finances? You're going to end up making a decision about a fire or earth sign because of your own confusion. However, it may stress you out a bit because you're being a bit more submissive about the decision. So if you're trying to make a decision and you decide to just submit to what other people want, to just give in to what other people want, you're going to have a little bit of a hard time, and you might make that other person, you might let them win. It might be time to dominate your decisions and dominate the choices you're going to make. There's going to be growth once you take a break. So you might need to take a break or a vacation or some time off from something in order to experience growth. Because you have too much confusion here, too much lack of direction. So it's time to take some time for yourself. Whether that's a literal vacation to the Bahamas. Maybe you just need to go next door neighbor, something. There's just something about taking time off from something or someone or for yourself in order to gain growth. And that's what's coming for you, and you need to take advantage of it. Okay, now the last message is some of you may be going through a separation soon. This shows in love in general because it shows an impact in finances. So start to be careful with, start making sure you save, because it looks like you'll be okay, but you're going to be the one impacted because of this other fire or earth sign person. So if you're literally in a relationship right now, be careful because you may be going through a separation soon. And because of that, finances may be a bit wonky for a little bit. So just start saving now, save for a rainy day. If you're not in a relationship, this could represent that there is another person around you who is taking your money already, and you're going to start to recognize it. It could also be that you're literally separating from a business partner or a business in general, and it's going to cause financial loss, because you're not prepared. So make sure you prepare, because this is definitely very important. Now, let's get our last final 3 messages from Spirit for you guys. Spirit, please give me 3 messages that group number 3 needs to hear. Message number 1 for group number 3. And message number 3 for group number 3. Okay, these are actually pretty specific. So the first one is that you are trying to make a spiritual decision, or you need to. So this could mean that maybe, okay, so this card represents making a decision. This card represents spirituality. Okay, so maybe you need to reach out to your spirits to make a decision. Maybe your decision is literally spiritual, and that's why it's difficult. It could also mean that you need to start reaching out to spirit, or thinking a bit more spiritually, like maybe recognizing that your path is going a certain way because of your spirituality or whatnot. Combine these 2 and think outside of the box. So maybe if you're wondering why, that's why. Second thing, the more crazy you go, the more blockages you will experience. So if some of you are maybe using drugs or alcohol in order to calm things down, you're going to receive a lot less growth. You need to purge that. Also, it could just be representing mental illness. So mental illness can be as simple as depression, anxiety. I know depression isn't, simple, but I mean, like, it doesn't have to be schizophrenia, mental illness type of thing. So there's something about that is causing a lack of growth. And if that's the case, you need to get some help. You need to reach out to other people. That way you can flip this upside down and experience some new beginnings for yourself. Our last message here is that your relationship or people that you're currently seeing or involved with are not filled with love. So if you've been having a hard time making a decision about a separation, Spirit wants you to know that there's not real love in this, and why would you stay in that? Maybe it's not the type of love you're looking for. So I'm going to leave that there. Just a few messages for you guys. First off, I have a raffle coming up. As soon as I hit 30 subscribers, I'm going to pick one lucky person for a free 30-minute reading, phone reading with me. It'll be completely personalized. No payments, nothing like that. No BS. All you do is give me your phone number through private, obviously, and we will chat for 30 minutes for a free psychic reading. All you have to do is subscribe, share, and make sure you comment. Once you comment, I will make sure that you've subscribed. Otherwise, I will have to disregard your comment, and you may not be able to win the raffle. And the other messages I have are that if you're interested in leaving a tip of any sort to show your appreciation to help me out, you can check the description for my tip links. You can also find Etsy and a paid-for 30-minute phone call if you're interested in the description as well. That's all I have for you guys. I really hope everything helped and resonated. And let me know how this, turned out for you. Let me know what you thought of the reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe anyway. And I hope to see you guys in the future at my next video. Bye!